Good morning, travelers. Welcome to Traveling with the Graham Cracker. I'm the Graham Cracker, in case you don't know. You'll have to watch the video for the reason why, and I think you'll find it, and I forget what season, but go back and look for it. Anyway, we are on my homestead. It's summertime in 2022, and today is, the end of May, the last day of May, I think, almost into June. Last week I brought you a video on my washing machine situation and how I built that, and I had a good response on it. So today I'm going to show you the new and improved washing machine, because that was very inefficient and it was just frustrating, and I used a lot of water, and hopefully I'm not going to use as much water. But I built a new machine, and I've seen a couple of these online, and they're very, very expensive. So I built one of these, and I built it, fairly cheaply, because I had all the parts except for the barrel, and I think I spent $30 on the barrel. But I'm going to turn you around here. I'm standing behind my shower shed. That was also in the last video. And I'll turn you around and let you take a look at what I've got going on. So hang in there. Anyway, this is our trailer Bumpy. He's filled up with some tree limbs that I cut down from the trees out here, and put this line up. I don't know if you can see the line. You might be able to, but that's to hang the clothes when we're done, so that we're real close here to the shower shed. I moved our barrels to the back of the shower shed, and these barrels I can use to fill up the wash machine. This was the wash machine that I showed you last week. It's empty right now. It's two totes, one on top of the other. These are cheap. Get better totes. These were Family Dollar cheapy, $10. That's not super cheap, but they're cheaply made. So get better totes if you're going to do the tote method. This is the plunger method. Somebody commented and said these black ones will leave your clothes and mark them up, and they're probably right. I have not had that happen yet, but they're probably right, and I don't like that idea. So I went to a complete different thing, and I bought a barrel. This is a 30-gallon barrel. I cut an opening in the barrel and put a little latch on it so the bugs and stuff don't get in here overnight. Then I put this apparatus that's in here. Now, I don't want to drop my phone because there's water in here. Anyway, I used PVC pipe. I do not recommend using the 1-inch, which I did. I used 1-inch because that's what I had, because it's kind of weak. It's not as strong as I would want it. Probably 3/4 would be better. This PVC pipe, I drilled some holes into the big one and went through it. I've got some caps on the bottom end of it, and went through it and then drilled holes so that the water would agitate a little better. There's some stuff in my water. This is clean water. Anyway, I used some elbows or some T's that I had, and one of the glues didn't hold, so I just bolted it together, which worked fairly well. And then I come out the other side, and I drilled a hole right in the cap so that this goes through the cap, and then down the bottom I drilled a hole through that cap so my hose can come out. On this side I had to drill a little hole, and I put a T out here, and these go back and forth. Now I need another T on here because I put one on here, and this is really comfortable. You just put your hand in here, and it's like rowing a boat. You use two arms and you row a boat. And this is what it does. This is really what it does. And I've only washed a couple things in there. This is my laundry for today. I've got pillowcases and Jake's sheet, and undies and socks, and some shirts and stuff there. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to wash all of that at once. There's a few pillowcases, underwear, and I think a towel in here. And there's about 15 gallons of water in here. And I'm going to agitate some of this for you, show you how it works. I usually use two hands, but right now I'm using one. Let me try the other side. Use two hands and get it going. This is kind of how it works. Yes, there's lots of shade here because I'm doing a shade tree. But that's kind of how it works, and I can get it going with two hands. So we'll do this for a little bit. get it going, and then I'll let them soak. There's already soap in there, but you can't even see that there's soap because I don't use very much. But you can see the water is starting to get dirty already. And yeah, it'll get dirty, but this is the lightest stuff. I always go with the light first, light amount of dirt first. I go with the light amount of dirt first, and then I go heavier dirt or dirtier clothes and end up with the dirtiest clothes at the very end. All right, so I'm gonna have to put this on pause or hold or whatever and get this going and get it to where it can sit for a while so that it can soak and they'll come clean. Several things I didn't mention about the wash machine, and I'm going to turn you around and show you a couple things. The base of the wash machine is a set of old chairs that I repurposed from my friends Sue and Ed, and I took the material off and I bolted this wood on it to keep the barrel from rolling off. And of course, chair has a back to it. I also bolted the little ski feet on it so it won't sink into the ground. And I'm using 15 gallons of water right now. And I've agitated this, and this is now in soak mode. And the water is dirty, but it's still clear enough that you can see through it, and it'll soak down to the bottom. So it can be used again, which is great. And I am going to take one of these barrels, or buckets, excuse me, and drill some holes in it to make the rinse pail. Okay, what I did is I drilled holes all in this bucket. You put your rinse bucket in, and you fill that with water, and that's what your clothes are going to go in to rinse. And then I'll show you how I wring them once I rinse them. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, and it's lots of work to do. So, you know, if you got an automatic washer in your house, go and kiss it. Give it a hug. No, I'm just kidding. There's some strange people out there that fall in love with inanimate objects. But if you have an automatic washer in your house, thank the good Lord that you had the finances to get it, and that you have one. And I mean, I could use one out here, but it's easier to do it this way, really, because there's no power involved, there's no gasoline involved, there's no solar power. I don't have to buy all the batteries and all that. So, I mean, this is physical power. It gives me exercise when I'm doing the whole, you know, rowing thing, because then I strengthen my arms and get rid of these wings that I got down here. So it's killing several birds at once, you know, getting rid of the wings, working out, pumping my heart up. It's a good aerobic exercise, and my clothes come clean, and I'm out here in the sunshine and in the weather, in the nice sunny day in Arizona, and can enjoy outside. And I've got, you know, mountains in the backdrop and all this other stuff. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. I've got the San Francisco peaks back there behind the trees, and I've got no houses, no RVs, no people. I do have my friend Bob. He's still here. Bob's still here. His house is... Let's see if I can walk over. Ooh, bird. Bird. Young bird was under my trailer. Look at that bird. It was under the trailer. Quark wants to get it. You cannot have it. But there's my friend Bob's house right there. Now, Bob is parked way over there. He's got his own little hidden spot. So, yeah. And then I've got places out there for more parking. Now, I've just taken that load of wash out of the wash machine, and I'm going to take this 5-gallon bucket full of water, and I'm going to show you how I squeeze the water out of those clothes. The weight of the water pushes the other water right out. And I'm going to have to use 2 hands so I can push it down. But that's how you wring the water out. and then I will be putting them in the rinse water next. Now that the water has been pretty much squeezed out of these, I can take this bucket now and pick up the whole bucket and set it in the other bucket in the rinse water. Oops, got a little too much water in there. But I will put it in rinse water. And now these are ready to rinse. And this is a whole wash load over there. And I can use my little plunger that I've got going on over here to rinse those out. I get the set plunger and get over there. I noticed that the agitation of the washing machine over there washes these clothes really quickly. Now, this is rinsing, and then I will pull this basket out and strain it again, and they'll be ready to hang up on the line. Okay, now we have another revamp. In the last clip, I showed you that I used what I said was 1 inch. Actually, it was 1/2 inch, which is this right here, this little bitty pipe. And I went to 3/4 inch, which is a little heavier. I also glued everything together, screwed everything together, or bolted everything together, one or the other. And I now shortened this agitator so it doesn't make all the noise that it made before. I took the lid off because I don't like how that worked. I'm going to add screen to this to keep bugs out. I think the screen will work just as well. I just have to get some screen material. I think I have some, but it's set with 2 T-posts, so I can row myself to oblivion and do laundry. Now, the laundry works really well in there. It cleans it real good. I also showed you in the clip this bucket, and to drain the material or the water out by putting a heavier bucket on top. That didn't quite work. The bucket did get stuck, and it didn't get deep enough in there. I think what I'm going to try is getting a used dumbbell weight, like a 10-pounder or a couple of them, and put them on a pole and put it down in there and let it push the water out, because this does do a good job of draining, and it can do a good job of rinsing the laundry. I do like that the water's here and the washing machine's here, and I'm under this shade tree. I do like that I've got the open air back here to be able to just do my laundry and then hang it up there on the line and get it all done. But I think that is where we are for now, and for now that works for me. I'm going to close out this video so I can post it, because I'm late. It's already Sunday, and I'm late posting again. Well, I think that's it for this week, and you to follow your heart, embrace your dreams, and cherish your life, and get out there and do something fun today. Thanks for coming along. Remember, please subscribe, thumbs up, and give us a like. And check out the description in the below the video. It has a lot of new information, and in the next video I'll be explaining some of that, and we'll hope to see you next week. All right, bye-bye.